carrots. I got some radishes in the carrots. Actually, the radishes now are the French breakfast radish. They're all too big right now. Just look at that trench that was cut into the garden. I have no idea how much rain we had. It was just insane. Lettuce got beat up a little bit, but just cut it down. It'll come back just fine. But amazingly enough, the high tunnel survived. Although the plastic really took a beating. But considering it's just made out of PVC and plastic, I'm amazed that it took a beating like that. This outside row of peppers really got nailed. Got some of the leaves stripped. Some of the peppers are all pretty much scarred up. So that'll probably be a loss on whatever pepper was there. I had the sides up. It was warm. It was like 85 something degrees yesterday, so I had the sides up. So I'll probably go through and thin a lot of these peppers out, which is a shame, but what do you do? There's still a lot of season still early. There's still a lot of peppers ahead. But man, I really thought this thing was gonna be toast. But my girls in here are doing pretty good. Survived it just fine, like the storm never even happened. So if you really want to control the weather, I guess a high tunnel works. Freezes, hailstorms, windstorms. It really well, it'll make my season. My soon-to-be contest-winning onions need a little help. We got beat up pretty good. But I'm pretty pleased. You know, it held up. I figured this thing would look like a box of matchsticks overturned. Some nice tomato in there yet. I think I don't remember what that one is. Oh, that's Bella Rosa. There's another Bella Rosa. Got a couple decent tomatoes on it. Seems to be an early tomato for a determinate. Seems to be doing pretty strong. Yeah, these are all the cherries. And these are all the other determinate tomatoes. And they're really flowering nicely. A couple cucumbers, my only real surviving cucumbers. My tomatoes in pots, I actually had some of these outside. I was going to put these outside and just happened to bring them in, and that probably saved them. Otherwise they would have been in another county. But this side really took a brunt of it. These are all my colored bells. They got a little bit of protection from the high tunnel. Little leaves stripped. This is a row of tomatoes. Amazingly, this thing's just hanging on by a thread. The storm was last night, but yet it's still green, so I'm gonna what I do with a lot of these that are bent over and broken is just try to bury them. Like that one will probably come back. We'll just see. That's a Cherokee Purple. I had 2 Virginia Sweets. I was kind of interested. See, this one will probably come back too. I'll probably get a tomato off there sometime. There's a couple of green leaves on there. A sucker. But like this one, the stems will still grow, So I'm just going to take it, and we're just gonna bury it as best we can, and hopefully it grows. I'll come back and finish it off, but I'll try to just bury that wound there. And yeah, I wouldn't mind getting a few tomatoes off these. I grew a lot of kind of interesting tomatoes. I was looking fun to see how they do. Cherokee Purple, a couple of Aunt Gertie's Gold. They look pretty rough. I guess this is the best one out of them. Cucumbers really got nailed. Oddly enough, I put some, well, all these had these little, I don't know, like coffee can things to protect them from the wind. And the ones that had it and stayed on and didn't get blown off really survived it just fine. And everything else pretty much got annihilated. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Yeah, I did have it on all of them, and I don't know, they're probably in another state right now. Oh, this row, this is just some beans. Well, here's a cucumber that just came up. I got slicing cucumbers and pickling cucumbers. And there looks like they're just starting to kind of come up here and there. Rest of the row of tomatoes. Actually, looking at it today, the damage isn't too bad. It'll be interesting to see what happens to them in a few months, see if they shake it off or whatever. Some herbs that I just happened to plant yesterday, just bought and planted yesterday. What was that? Some basil, some mint, some rosemary, some parsley. Here's a couple more that I'm going back through, and kind of, these are some Romas that I had, and of course I just planted them Saturday, the day before the storm. And I'm just going through and kind of prop them up and mound some dirt around them and see what happens. These are the muskmelons, and I just happened to luck out, and these were looking pretty peaked, and I saw how well the cucumbers would do in the containers, so I just happened to, just yesterday, right a few hours before the storm, I put these, I don't know, coffee can things, whatever they are, and they did really good. Otherwise, I think they would have got really beaten, torn to shreds. Well, there's one that didn't have it on there and survived, so maybe not. And another row. Same deal. But if you have problems transplanting melon type crops, cucumbers, muskmelons, watermelons, that seems to help quite a bit. Protect them from the wind, and they do real good. It keeps them from drying out. It keeps the wind from whipping them around. See, my coffee cans just getting blown all over. There's definitely a noticeable difference in putting them around the melon type crops. I'm going to keep doing that in the future. There's some brandy boys. Looking pretty. Now here's something interesting. Right, you got this one that's pretty much destroyed. Yeah, the one next to it looks like it just been planted 2 minutes ago, and then you got this one here about half gone. So I don't know how that one escaped the wrath of the hail, but it did. Which I'm lucky, because these are all my burpee seedless I was interested in growing. So at least I got one that I guess I'll see how it does. maybe another one will, a couple more will perk up. And this is was a really nice row of all Romas, La Roma 3. Had some nice size to them, starting to flower. Not so much now. But there are a few, looks like they'll do fine. Just have to replant a few of them. Well, the onions, they pretty much escaped it. A few damaged leaves on them, but nothing real major. Again with the Romas. Potatoes, kind of same deal. They got some of the older ones got beat up pretty good. This was a nice thick row of potatoes. Now they pretty much lost their leaves, but this one got shredded pretty bad. But one of my cans out there, if you can see it. But well, I get a lot of questions of the straw potatoes, how much straw to put on, when to put on. Right, what you're looking at right now is probably the minimum amount of straw you would want. You want a big, especially being an end row, you'd want to come out to the side another, I don't know, at least 8 inches a foot. You'll build it up another 4 or 5 inches, mainly to protect the potatoes from getting sunburned. They'll turn green. I ran out of straw to do this whole patch, so I've been just giving them a light coat, and then when I get some more straw, I'll redo them again. I'll kind of go back and hill them, only hill them with straw. And potatoes can be pretty lazy. They like to squirt out the side of where you put all the straw. So I'll come back and mulch along them. But this is about how much straw you want, if you can see it. I mean, it got pushed down quite a bit. See something like this. I mean, you can just go ahead and cover them, a little bit of straw, and he'll poke his head right through that and keep growing. Just add a little bit more straw. Not a real easy way to screw these up. Just keep adding straw, and they'll just keep going through it. And I can show you some over here that I threw in just old seed potatoes that I threw in this fence row here beginning of the spring. And they took. And I don't know how. We've had heavy freezes, frosts, but there's some more. So I guess if they keep throwing grass clippings around them, I guess it's the same thing. But that's it. That's my garden so far. Let me tell you, it was looking a lot prettier a day and a half ago. But that's gardening. You gotta take the good with the bad. I'm just fortunate that's all the damage that happened. And you know, tomatoes can easily be replaced, lives can't. So in that regard, I'm pretty fortunate, pretty happy. Well, until next time, I will see you later. Bye.